Ni hao, and welcome back to another video on the Mr. Coller Coaster YouTube channel.
Today we're here at Chimelong Ocean Kingdom, the other park in the Chimlong resort here in Zhuhai.
It looks like they've got lots of good rides, including Parrot Coaster.
Our first ride of the day is going to be Parrot Coaster. This is a big B&M wing coaster that opened the same year as the park in 2014.
We've just come off a back row ride on Parrot Coaster and it was really good.
We didn't queue too long for it. It was only about 20 minutes, which isn't too bad considering this is one of the most visited theme parks, not just in China, but in the whole world.
Yeah, I've heard it constantly ranks in the top 10 most visited theme parks every year.
Parrot Coaster was my third B&M wing coaster, but it's the first one both of us have done with a straight drop instead of the twisted one.
Yeah, you got some really good floater on it. We were on the back row, so we really felt it. And some of those inversions are really good.
I think it's got a really good layout for a B&M wing coaster, although one shame is the restraints are not very good on this.
I think it's one of the most painful restraints I've ever done. They just really tightened on my collarbone and it was quite painful when we were sat on the brake run in the sun at the end.
Yeah, I've never really found the swarm too painful, but these ones did lock in quite a lot, so it wasn't great on the brake run.
We're going for a ride on Penguin Coaster now. We ended up waiting about 25 minutes, which is quite long for the kiddie coaster, but the other coaster we wanted to do was 75 minutes.
They had about 4 different operators on Penguin Coaster, so the queue moved nice and quickly. Now time for our third coaster of the day, Jungle Coaster.
We just want to get out of the sun, so we've gone to find some food. I got some octopus balls and teriyaki squid cake noodles, and these squid cakes are actually really delicious. I'm so glad I got this. Both of these are meals, so I probably could have got one of them, but it was only £7 for both. I could have got a drink, but I chose not to. I think it's still okay value, just quite expensive for China.
And we have gone to this hot dog place for a nice hot dog. This was 35 yuan, so probably about 3 times cheaper than it would be at Alton Towers. Let's see how it tastes. The water coasters still have long queues, so we're going to go for a re-ride on Parrot Coaster. Last time we were in the back row, and now we're going to try out the front.
That front row ride on Parrot Coaster felt so much faster.
It was definitely my favourite ride on it so far. It was more floaty, not quite as intense, but it was great with the wind in your face.
Yeah, it felt a lot smoother and it was so much fun. And I also was really looking out for the tunnels because there's quite a few on this ride, which is very weird to see on a wing coaster.
Yeah, the area is really well presented. We've enjoyed filming lots of shots off ride of this coaster.
的细菌，那这对于保持生物的生能力孵化成小鲨鱼后繁生产出来，金鲨的性成熟年龄大约在30岁左右。如果金鲨的性成熟年龄
Subscribe! Annoyingly, Polar Explorer is now 80 minutes, so it's actually increased since we left it earlier today, but we're probably just going to do it now because we need the cred and it's a nice way to cool off.
We might be the only ones here without ponchos. Oh well. We've just come off Polar Explorer and that was the best water coaster I think we've ever done.
Yeah, you actually got so wet, especially on that little hill, which is quite common on these water rides. Like, the bigger one doesn't get you that wet, but the little one's the one to watch out for.
And when you were going round, there were some bears really close up next to you.
I've never seen a ride like that. It was crazy. Just these big grizzly bears right next to us. It was incredible.
I've done Poseidon at Europa Park, which is a similar ride, but that one was a bit rough and this one was definitely much smoother.
Yeah, and the theming here was really good.
Anyway, now we're going to go to the other water coaster and hopefully the queue will be shorter now. We've just come off Walrus Splash, the other water coaster here. This one's a clone of Atlantica Super Splash at Europa Park, but I haven't actually been on that one, so it was cool to get on this.
It was my first water coaster that did a backwards drop, and I wasn't expecting it. It was quite fun actually, and there were 2 turntables. You didn't get as wet on this one as you did in the 2 drops from the other ride, but it was still really fun to get on. Unfortunately, it is dark and a bit cold now, so we won't dry off as quickly as we did on the other one. The fireworks show was really cool. There were so many drones, lights, lasers and fireworks, and it was so good that we got to see it, as last night we missed it when we were at the spaceship.
About to go for our 6th and final ride on Parrot Coaster. We're on the last train of the day. The park looks really cool at night and you get great views from the top of Parrot Coaster.
It's now 9 o'clock and the park has just shut. We ended the day with 4 night rides on Parrot Coaster, and we got multiple rides on the front and back.
I think that's now my favourite B&M wing coaster over both Swarm and Gatekeeper. It's got a really interesting layout and it's more intense than the others.
The view from the top at night is amazing, and you can see the whole spaceship lit up.
we've had a great day here at Chimelong Ocean Kingdom, even though the queues were quite long for some of the rides and we might have missed out on a couple of things.
Yeah, we only really did the coasters. We did lots of rides on Parrot Coaster, but apart from that, we just got all the creds and that was it.
I really liked the area around Parrot Coaster and the general theming around the park was great.
My highlight of the day was doing Parrot Coaster many times, as well as the 2 water coasters. I really loved seeing the animals, such as the walruses and the bears. That was crazy seeing it on a coaster.
Thanks so much for watching.
Make sure to like,
Comment
and subscribe.
hit that brake run.
再见!